guys, today we're going to have a Pokémon X and Y Wi-Fi battle, and today we are going to be trying out some RU. I'm not very fond of RU because I don't play it that much. I made this team and I'm using it against Raymond, also known as the FlamingAxel on YouTube. Link in the description below. Check him out. If you like King March, you'll like him. Basically I've got a Jolteon, a Tyrantrum, a Slowking, a Vileplume, a Moltres, Hitmontop. He has got a Escavalier, Chloritzer, Archeops, Meloetta, Snorlax, and a Abomasnow. Now his team's very threatening. I believe Abomasnow's UU, but I don't really mind, to be honest with you. It's still just a fun battle, so it doesn't really matter, does it? So I was kind of afraid of his Abomasnow, and I was also afraid of Meloetta because I know how strong they are. Provided he's my set, he'll sweep my team. No, I'm joking. And the Archeops is obviously a threat because Archeops, well, it's a threat. It's an Archeops, okay? So, you don't mess around with them. So I'm going to leave with my Jolteon because I know he doesn't have any ground types, as he leads off with his Abomasnow, gets up that hail, and I'm like, well, crap. That's not very good, is it? So he's going to Mega Evolve straight away, and just fire off whatever. As I go for the Volt Switch, he didn't go for the Ice Shard, luckily. Personally, I wouldn't have either. My Abomasnow has Ice Shard though, so it's like a mixed attacker type thing. So I'm going to Volt Switch out into my Hitmontop, get the Intimidate drop, expecting some sort of physical attack, just because Jolteon takes special attacks better than it can take physical attacks. As he goes for the Warhammer, it doesn't do half, which is great, but the Hail's going to be a little bit of a nuisance. So he's going to switch out now, and I want to get hit by close combat from this thing, as I go for close combat on the Escavalier, and it does say about third, which is good. It's good, to be fair, because Escavalier is a threat no matter how you look at it, and he is a threat. So I'm going to withdraw the Hitmontop, and I'm going to go into my Moltres, and I'm not going to take any hit from this thing, as he goes for the knockoff, predicting me to switch. Does about half, and I'm like, welp. Welp. Oh no. And my Moltres is as fast as it should be. Luckily I'm timid, so I'll still outspeed like a lot of things. So go for the U-turn on this Escavalier, expecting him to switch out because he's not exactly in a favourable situation right now, is he? And he could just switch out to Snorlax. And I think I should have just spammed the Fire Blast if he did go into Snorlax. So I'll just switch out into this thing. But he goes to the Iron Head, and I'm like, ugh, stop. So I'm going to switch out again, and I'm going to go into my Moltres once again. And this time he's going to hit with an Iron Head, which isn't going to do much, but it did a lot considering it's resisted. Luckily the hail stops, so I'm not going to get any more residual damage. So he's going to withdraw, and he's going to go into his Snorlax appropriately because of thick fat and all that jazz. And this time I did go for the Fire Blast. Should have done that the first time. I always get caught like that, you know, where they predict you to do it and then they don't predict it the next turn and you just fall into the trap. I don't know, I'm talking crap. So I'm going to go for the U-turn on the Snorlax, obviously, and get out of there. Go into my Hitmontop. Would have been bad if the Snorlax was Scarf, but I still think it's still slow as pig poo if it was Scarf. So he goes for the Body Slam as I bring my Hitmontop in, get the Intimidate drop, and he kills my Hitmontop. Doesn't matter because Snorlax is a bit of a threat. Don't really have much for it, but still. I'm going to switch to my Vileplume now, just to sap away and stuff. He obviously doesn't want to get to put to sleep or whatever, so he's going to go into this thing, obviously like Obiko and whatnot. So I'm going to have to switch out. I actually went for the Sludge Bomb, which is unfortunate. I'm going to my Moltres again, as this time he's going to go for the Mega Horn, obviously trying to take my Vileplume out straight away. Wish I had hidden Power Fire on the Vileplume, but he's not offensive, so what you going to do? He goes into Snorlax now, take the Fire Blast. Should have predicted that again, but I didn't want to fall for the whole him predicting me to U-turn thing and then staying in. But I don't know, so I'm going to use my Vileplume again, and this time I'm going to go with the Giga Drain, expecting him to go into his Escavalier again, as he actually goes into his Archeops thing, whatever, as he goes for the Sky Attack, and I thought I'd live. I thought he'd go for a U-turn, expecting me to want to switch or something, but Vileplume, you're physically defensive, you should take in Sky Attacks all day. No, I'm joking, it's the freaking Archeops. Go into my Jolteon now, knowing out speed, knowing he's not Scarf, now that his power has been revealed. As he goes into his Meloetta, as I go for the Thunderbolt. That's fine, you know. Not much Meloetta can do, it's paralysed, which is great, because I know in Pirouette form it is as fast as a fudge. As I go for the another Thunderbolt, he hits me with a Psychic. And I was like, okay, so it's not the one that I use, which is great because mine's so annoying. So I'm going to be able to take out the Meloas with the following Thunderbolt as he brings in the Abomasnow, now, and I'm like, oh crap, this isn't good. I need Jolteon really if I want to win this battle at all, because he pretty much checks everything except from this Abomasnow now. So we're going to have to switch out, and I'm going to turn into my Slowking. I don't actually have Signal Beam on my Jolteon, before you say. As he goes for the Energy Ball, nicely predicting my Slowking. I obviously had to switch, to be fair. So, does over half to my Slowking, which is fine and dandy, as now he's going to withdraw his Abomasnow and only get hit by a Fire Blast, because Slowkings do usually run that, as he goes into his Crab Cannon, and I'm like, yes, eat this Psychic. Psyshark even, as he actually kind of does eat the Psyshark. So, that's not very good. But I know these things carry Dark Pulse, but that's fine. I don't mind the Dark Pulse. I don't mind if you kill my Slowking. Doesn't really pose much of a threat to your team anymore. Now you know. Now you know I don't have Fire Blast, so he's going to take out my Slowking with a Dark Pulse. That crit so mattered. No, not really. As it actually reveals that he is Life Orb, and I was like, oh, I normally see Specs or Assault Vest, but I don't know. So I'm going to use my Jolteon now, knowing he's not Scarfed, and I can outspeed. Go for Volt Switch. I don't care if I get Switch Initiative because I've only got a few pokes left, so it doesn't really matter at this point. So I'm going to get switched down to my Moltres. The reason being is because it's U-turn and stuff, you know. As now he's going to go into his thingy-majiggy Abomasnow now. Don't know why. He probably has Ice Shard, and that kind of scares me. But I'm going to stay in anyway, hoping I live, but I don't. I don't live. Moltres, you don't live. So, that's unfortunate. I stayed in one for U-turn, to be honest with you, just in case he decided to switch out. But whatever. So I'm going to go into this thing now, knowing I can take out a Fire Fang and live any one move. As he goes for the freaking Ice Shard. I'm not bothered about that. I actually went for the Stone Edge, just predicting the Archeops to come in to take the Fire Fang, but nope. As now he's going to finish me off with an Earthquake and Tyrantrum. You did good, you took out Mega Abomasnow now, and that's not something any Dragon type can normally say, because that Ice Shard is huge. So, you're going to go into my Jolteon now, outspeed, and take it out with a Thunderbolt, a Blumenbolt, I don't know, German Berger, I don't know, I've been watching stuff. As now, Escavalier is going to come in, I'm going to hit it with Thunderbolt because Jolteon's like my last Pokemon. Doesn't take it out, as he goes for the knockoff and takes out my Jolteon, which is just dandy, I've got to say, and I'm going to lose against Raymond, also known as FlamingAxel. So if you like this battle, make sure you leave a like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.